difference between Wizkid More Love Less Ego album and Davido's Timeless album is hard work and teamwork. Wizkid believed that his Machala, his Starboy, his number one. Whatever he drops, people will feel it anyway. And I call that a disrespect to his fans, but they don't know. The fans will never know this because he's no longer working hard anymore. He just come and just do anything he wants. He believed that his fans, his Wizkid FCs will accept it anyhow. Now, Davido, on the other hand, is a very hard-working artist. So he believed that with the people around him, he can create something magical. So Davido got a lot of songwriters. He got a lot of songwriters on the Timeless album, and that is why the album is still on the chart today. I can't remove Wizkid from the chart. Wizkid album did not even last up to 2 weeks on the chart. It disappeared. But Davido's album stayed on the chart for long because why? Davido believed in teamwork. Now, if I am to advise Wizkid, this is what I'm going to tell Wizkid. Get more songwriters so that your next project will be amazing. You can't do it alone. You have been in the game for a very long time now. Like, it's more than 10 years. So, obviously, your brain will be declining when it comes to creativity. So, all you need to do is that reach out to the young songwriters out there and use their creativity.
Dear Davido and Wizkid and Bunaboy and Rema and everybody, let me just say this real quick because I still often at the fight, all of us they catch cruise with this situation, but the truth remains that we must be deliberate to save our Afrobeats, okay? History has it that a lot of general don't come, they don't go. Now we go be the first general where they go accept for the world. Alright? There was a time it was reggae music. Now, not reggae basically, the rubber dub. You know, and before you know, all the rubber dub artists them, Bounty Killer, Binima, all of them begin fight each other. And their generals suffer. Before you know, when they're supposed to build a structure, they don't build them. They do individual stuff. Before you know, American artists like DJ Khaled can begin sign reggae, rubber dub legends or reggae legends, whatever they choose to call it. It happened even when the British guys like Craig David came in. It was a solo stuff. They didn't build back home and America took over. You guys understand that, especially hip-hop, which is what all of us from Africa look up to for abroad, because now black people like us, they run up. When Jay-Z was popping, like popping heavy, DMX was popping at the same time. Guess what they did? They coexisted. They realized that we need to gather our fans, gather them, and that's what the Drakes and the Kendricks, they enjoy today. Super Bowl with the Dr. Dre performed last year, so, or 2 years ago or 3 years ago. I don't know how, when that thing happened, but it was Jay-Z that facilitated that stuff. You see, say, cooperation, now they make rice, the full pots. Even in Nigeria, Ajegunle music was popping at some point. And before you know, not one single Ajegunle legend today is on top of the game. It's simple. They're supposed to gather themselves that time. But we don't hear of any known beef, but later we begin hear one or two side talk that, oh, this one, no, they agree with this one, this one. That's what happens when you gather broom together. It goes sweep clean. Once that broom scatter, you know, if you won't pick one single death from the floor. You guys may not understand what's happening now, but Afrobeat is resting on your shoulders right now. So it's only right that you guys understand this thing and use it wisely, because there's nothing wrong if three of them are gone. We they talk this thing like play. Before you know, oh, it was our time some years ago. Do you understand? Even Ghana, it happened to Ghana. There was one time where we say Nigerian artists needed to feature Ghanaians, where the likes of Tic-Tac, The Rain, you know, even the group VIP, two Baba will be our king that I featured them. Because they were popping, not because they, oh, we love, no, that's not the truth. Because we know even South Africans, they were popping at some point. I remember when Mudnai went to South Africa, it was because Hip-hop, as at that time, was in South Africa. Oh, yes. So, we are with a cry. Make we still dust our eye to see front. You understand me? Forget all those level of, oh, I'm not an Afrobeat artist, I'm not an Afrobeat. There's no way you go for the word today, an Afrobeat they go use, quantify us. It's not a crime. You understand me? And I've said this countless times. When you go for interviews, forget me, discuss us. Because our problem is we have to sit at the table. Alright? It's sad that we don't have arenas back home where we can do proper shows. And I can understand it why some of them go look saying, yeah, I won't perform for Lagos. By right, the way we are doing now, when I feel sell out Surulere Stadium. But the Surulere Stadium is nothing to write home about. Security-wise, everything. Government was supposed to put hand for the thing safe. The Jones is resting on our shoulders right now as Afrobeat artists. Okay? Let's make it work. So that we don't go regret, because whether you like them or not, if this thing slip off our hand, we go regret. I saw an interview that DAVIDO did, and he said it's just a handful of us that is selling out the Madison Square right now. It shouldn't be so. To be honest, the guys were there under UNA. They collaborate. Ruga and BNSN don't do them. You know, Odumodu Black and Charlie Poppy has done theirs. There's nothing wrong. I don't know what did they give mindset to say, oh, the division, this thing. You see this fan base where the ginger, so if three of them come together, so the power go different. Imagine outsiders, Wizkid FC, DAVIDO FC, packed together. We won't contain them. We don't need to do 30 cities, no. Do America, that's in Madison Square. Do O2 Arena for UK. You understand me? Go France, do one auditorium. And before you know, everywhere with the pop, Afrobeat artists will be introduced. Alright, shout out to King Bado, you know, for putting his back down for others to climb. And shout out to you guys though. You know, like I say, we just the carry talk. Shout out to all of you. But one thing is certain. If we don't grab the big cake right now, now crumbs will go begin chopping, no go take. None of you now. And I repeat and I say this with all respect to you guys. None of you guys will be at the top forever. You know, and at the end of the day, the question would now be, when it was our turn, what did we do? Okay, we have institutions. We get headies, we get a lot of other stuff. All you got to do, even if you don't go show up, don't badmouth it. Just, you know, Grammys. You can't take that away from Grammys. They've been here for a long time. But let them not be our deciding factor. Let it not be our criterion. And I say, oh, who has won the Grammy? Who has not won the Grammy? It's good for the bucket list. But when you stroke that bucket list, the question now will be, what is next? Imagine the level of excitement when Wizkid announced that him and DAVIDO will be going on tour. And people come out rightly to say, this tour not going to happen. Were they right or wrong? Eventually, they have been proved right again. So, my prayer for you guys is whatever it is that is bothering anybody. Because I see a lot of people say, oh, Wizkid lost his mama. That's why he's going haywire. Truthfully speaking, some pain they will go, you know, get choice than to just unleash them. But to whom much is given, much is expected. Alright, the only thing we need from this thing, not togetherness. Eventually, not for now, not the pop now. What will happen when you stop popping? There's a guy from China where people go Gangnam style. Where's the guy today? No level. You understand me? Imagine if that guy pop, that guy carried the, what did they call them for their back? The whole Chinese artist. It for makes sense. You get one guy where they call R&B True from France that time. Where sing East Coast, West Coast, that guy was popping. We don't hear any other French artist we go haywire like that. America, with all due respect to them, don't have the best musicians in the world. They just say it and we believe it. And so, I not understand each other. Whether we like them or not, we go always settle. But there's timing for everything. Once again, DAVIDO, Wizkid, Burna, Rema, everybody, forget playlist. Impact is more important than playlist. Shout out to everybody who's putting Afrobeat on the map right now. But we can't do it individually. We can never. Take a cue from Akon. Akon has seen everything in America. But one time Akon begin come Africa, they look for artists, they collaborate. You don't see something. I hope we see it too. And I want to say God bless you guys for what you guys are doing. Thank you for giving us joy when the government fail us. So many things to cry about Nigeria. But where you go no say entertainment strong. Fuel price they go up. Too often at the quarter we leave fuel price begin discuss una. There's nothing wrong in that. It simply shows that you guys are the one leading the pack right now. But you must understand that there was a time where everybody thought that the band was going to win the Grammy. Oh, he's rolling with Kanye West now. He just did a song with Snoop Dogg and all that stuff. It didn't happen. But when we say he has not made impact, the answer is no. But so the thing is this. We have tried this solo. We are still doing solo. I hope that you guys see this video and understand where I'm coming from. Alright? Shout out to people like Jimmy Jazz, who is doing his best every day to remind us that some OGs there we don't crack this can of warm open before. All we need to do now to gather our hook together, sit down, catch plenty fish, rather than for us to catch one fish, take a do sardine, chop and finish. They look up. No human being is an island. I just hope that this message gets to you guys. Once again, shout out to everybody. The beef, the natural thing will happen. They happen even for the America where they talk now. Nas and Jay-Z, Pac and Biggie, they get it wrong. And their legacy died, whether we like it or not. Any human being will don't go, and another person will control wealth and all. So shout out to you guys once again. Let's take this Afrobeat situation right now and build on it. From back home, respect our media. Respect them. Respect our media is key. You understand me? Nobody will tell our story past us. Nobody will shape our narrative past us. At some point, people felt like, oh, I need to sing in English for it to work. You guys broke that barrier. Shout out to Two-Face Dibia. Shout out to Dipan. Shout out to Jazzy. Shout out to everybody. Banky W's and the rest. You please. Vector the Viper and Roger Diba. All of them nice. Shout out to these guys. The baton rests on your shoulders right now. The question is, how long can we sustain it individually? I rest my case. I greet all of you now.
Don't you black people ever forget one thing. The man that helped Jesus carry that cross was a black man. And don't ever forget another thing. Jesus belongs to Africa as much as he does to Europe and Asia. He was born in that part of the world that touches Africa and Asia and Europe, and Jesus was not a white man like me, nor was he as black as some of you. We don't know what the color of his skin, but it must have been a dark color like the people of his day, because he was a man like them. Don't ever say it's a white man's religion or a black man's religion. It's a world religion. He belongs to the world.